Thank you for joining us for our song and story today. We've been playing some music this morning and we wanted to share some with you. In Shady Green Pastures.
In shady green pastures, so rich and so sweet, God leads his dear children along, where the water's cool flow bathes the weary one's feet. God leads his dear children along. Some through the water, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God sings a song in the night season when all the day long.
Good news for Naaman. What do you think this book is about, Nathaniel?
Good news for Naaman.
Good news for Naaman. What was wrong with Naaman? Do you remember? He had spots. He had leprosy, remember?
Yeah.
Let's see what the book tells us about. Good news for Naaman. Written by Lisa Konzen and illustrated by Joel Snyder. Let's see. The land of Aram stood apart, the great place to be. For God gave strength to one man's heart for every victory. For God had sent a hero strong, a cut above the rest. In battle he could do no wrong. Naaman was the best. Commander Naaman had it all. His fame spread far and wide. In Aram's army he stood tall. His heart was full of pride. Until the day his arms turned white, like polar bears on ice. His heart sank low, a scary sight, for leprosy's not nice. Poor Naaman thought his days were few. He bowed his head and cried. He didn't know what they would do if suddenly he died. Poor Naaman. Now Naaman knew a young girl who did serve his wife each day. The young girl said, "Please listen to all that I have to say. My God is strong and he can do some pretty nifty stuff. And he has sent a prophet who has faith that's strong enough. Samaria's the place to go to find this holy man. My master has such pain and woe. Go find him if you can." What you doing, Droodlebug? Are you working on Daddy's guitar? Yeah? So Naaman asked his boss, the king, if he could take a break. The king said yes, and bring with you an offer that I'll make. The king of Aram sent him where he hoped he could persuade the king of Israel to dare to come to Naaman's aid. But the old king was overwrought. "I can't cure leprosy." He feared a fight was what was sought. "Oh, woe is me." Elisha heard of the king's woes and said, "God will provide a miracle so Naaman knows God's love is deep and wide." Elisha said, "Go dip into the Jordan's cleansing tide. For 7 baths will restore you. You'll have a brand new hide." Elisha's words sparked Naaman's wrath, but his friend set him straight. When Naaman took that holy bath, it washed away his rage. Nathaniel, why was Naaman upset about having to go to the Jordan River? What did he say about that river? Do you remember?
I'll go home.
Yeah, he said, "I'll go home," because he didn't want to wash in a dirty river or a muddy river.
No.
For on that day the soldier's skin was new like a young boy's, and God forgave him of his sin. His heart was filled with joy. Through the muddy rivers of Jordan, God a healing did provide, and in the waters of baptism, God's grace and life abide. Let's see. That's the end of our story. Good news. Thank you for joining us for our song and story today. We hope you have a great day. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Come back again, we'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
I'm not doing no little stories today.
Not today, maybe tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.